Amazon is getting more and more competitive. You've got to do everything you can, not just to gain an advantage, but to keep an advantage. One of the biggest advantages you can have on Amazon is a brilliant supplier for your products. But if you know what you're doing, it's pretty easy to find a bestseller on Amazon, find their supplier, and just kind of rip off their listing. So how the hell do you protect yourself against that? How do you stop other people discovering the hard work that you've done to find an awesome supplier? In this video, I'm going to show you. Now, if you like this kind of content where we're talking about how you can make money selling things online, whether that's on Amazon or eBay, Etsy, Shopify, whatever it may be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss anything else, consider subscribing to this channel. And if you've got something you want me to talk about, post in the comments below and I'll happily shoot a video for you personally. All right, with that being said, let's get into it. So let me kind of explain the problem and then I'm going to show you the solution. So Problem. Let's do the problem first. So if you were looking to get into a category and you are thinking that that's the category you want to go for, one of the first-ish questions you'll ask yourself is, who should I get as my supplier? And if you were tuned in on Friday, Saturday or Sunday, you would have seen my sourcing mastery program that I did over the weekend, teaching you heaps of cool ways of finding great suppliers. And there's a shortcut to that I can teach you too. So let me show you the shortcut. So here is I think these are the best seller for this particular thing. And you can do this with anybody, okay? I'm just showing you this because it's one I know, but you can do it with anybody, okay? So Fit Simplify is the brand name. As it turns out, the actual company name that owns the brand Fit Simplify is a company called Life Simplify. Okay, so once you know the company, what is selling on Amazon, and you know the product that they are selling, then you can actually find who is their suppliers, whether that's in China, Mexico, Vietnam, Taiwan, whatever it may be. You can find their suppliers, which is a unbelievably good thing to be able to find out, because you ought to then assume, well, the supplier of the best-selling product in my category is probably going to have really good processors. They're probably going to have lots and lots of production capability, and they're probably going to give a really good service and a good product because the best seller's using them, and you've got to think, well, they must be reasonably good at least, okay? So the question then becomes, how the hell do you find the best seller's supplier? Let me show you. So Fit Simplify is the brand name. The company name is Life Simplify. That's what you need, the company name. Mostly it's the same. Every now and again it's not. If it isn't, just Google the brand name and you'll find the company name. Okay, that's how that works. Anyway, so what you want to do is come here. ImportYeti.com. ImportYeti.com. Play along with me by going to this particular thing. And so Life Simplify, L-I-F-E, S-M-I. So there it is, Life Simplify. Click on that. There is the company. And now we have all of the people who have supplied that particular company. Now, how does that work? Why can we get that information? That seems a bit weird, don't you reckon, that you can get all that kind of crazy data? Let's go find who these people are. So I'll show you how this works. Next one. What's this one? I was going to show you that, but instead we'll do it here. Oops. Huang Deng Panjiva, made in China. We don't want that. You can do it this way too. But if you're starting my course with me, Hang Deng latex product. If you started my course with me, I'm going to show you lots more courses like this. Anyway, here's Alibaba. So this is now their supplier. So Fit Simplify, Life Simplify. Here is their supplier. okay? If you don't mind. There we go. From Chanxing. There you go. All right, so now you've got their supplier, which is great. So the question then becomes, how on earth do you stop that happening? How on earth, for your own products, so I was just about to do it with this company, for instance. How on earth do you stop it for your own products to stop people doing exactly the same thing? Because on Amazon, any advantage you can get, you must protect. Like you've got to get an advantage and then you've got to protect that advantage. Well, a really great supplier is a huge advantage to have. So how the hell do you protect it? How the hell do you stop this data going onto websites like this? So the reason it goes there is because something called the Bill of Lading, which is a publicly available document, and that particular document is used by freight forwarders, it's used by customs agents, it's used by all people in the logistics cycle, so that everybody gets access to the same information, and then they can use the same information to make sure your freight, your shipment, gets to the correct place at the correct time and is delivered to the right person, the right consignee, okay? So that's all publicly available information if you know where to search. Import Yeti searches that for you. That's a free website. Very, very cool. How do you stop your stuff going on here? Well, for that, you need this. So it's called an electronic vessel manifest. Okay, that's what that Bill of Lading actually is. That's what they would call it, all right? And so you can apply to have that be confidential information. Now, if you're watching the replay of this, that's at cbp.gov/trade/automated electronic vessel manifest confidentiality. Or you can just Google that and you'll find it, okay? Just so you put in a request here, which is free, and what that will mean is you will no longer have your supplier go onto that information. It's kind of like on a website, you know, on the WHOIS data of your website, where you can either have all of that publicly available for everybody, or you pay. You shouldn't need to pay, but you do have to pay for websites. You pay to have it all protected. Well, for this, you don't need to pay and you can protect it. It's a really, really cool thing to do. So what I'm going to do is put that here. Now, if you're a complete newbie, don't worry. Doesn't matter. Don't even worry about it, all right? As a newbie, it's not that big a deal. But here's what you can do if you are a beginner. So when you actually order your stuff, all you need to do is say to your freight forwarder, can you make the consignor, that's the person, that's usually the factory, the consignor, and the consignee, that's typically you're the consignee. Can you make those private, please? And they will do that for you by submitting that thing I've just shown you, okay? Dead easy to do, super easy. And so I just gave you some terms there. Consignor is the person who is sending the stuff over. That's the factory. They will be sending the stuff over to Amazon FBA warehouses, okay? The consignee is typically you, your business, whatever it may be. You are the consignee. You're the person who's receiving that, and the place you receive it at is going to be one of the Amazon FBA warehouses, okay? That's how that works. Dead easy. Don't get bogged down in the details. Focus on that. That was a video from my regular Monday night Q&A, which I do with the members of the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs. We are the fastest growing community of e-commerce entrepreneurs here in Australia. We have over 2,500 members and growing, with sales of over $50 million. If you'd like to find out more about joining the Aussie Online Entrepreneurs, click on the link below and we'll take you there, or just go to www.aussieonlineentrepreneurs.com.au. See you next time.